Action.
Hi guys, this is John Lane with yardbiz.com. Today we're going to look at the Ryan Aerator V. Just picked this up. Last season I rented one at Home Depot just to see what it was about because they've got this new steering system. It's called the Easy Steer technology. And what that is, come back here, I'll show you. It used to be that all these tines moved in unison, but now you can see that they are independent. And what that means that this machine is a lot easier to operate, and I mean a lot. I've run these things for years, and I would say it's about 30% easier to operate this machine with this new technology. So I would highly recommend you get it, unless you want to be beat up at the end of the day. I want to go over a few of the features with this machine. First of all, it's 5, and the reason it's 5, there's also a 4, and the 4 has actually 2 less sets of tines. So it'd be just a little narrower. But if you're only going to buy one of these machines, I would buy the wider one. And the one thing that they have here that makes it pretty nice is that you can actually pull this pin and you can remove these wheels really easily. And so if you're in a situation where you have to get through a gate, you can pull that off and you're in. And I've never had a problem, standard gates getting through, but I've had to use it where I took the wheels off. All right, so that's one good feature. As with all of them, they have the weights in here that can be removed if you need to. I always run with the weights. And then they have the ability to put water in this tank. And you can see, here's a plug, you can put water or sand in there, whatever you want. So it gives this machine more weight. But you know what? That never do you ever run it flat like this. You'll never get deep enough plugs. So when you're operating it, you're actually like this. So I never put water in that. I just run it like that. One thing I would seriously recommend you do is, if you're going to buy one of these, buy it with a Honda engine. There's no better engine. It starts on the first pull, easy. It's got an automatic oil shut off if your oil gets low. And they run forever. They're trouble-free. Tremendous. Okay? Now I want to give you a few pointers, operation pointers. When you're out running this thing, the first thing you want to do before you start is you want to oil the chain. Very important that you do that, and it's just going to keep this machine running longer and better. The next thing I want to tell you never to do is, if you have sticks, twigs laying in the yard, you want to make sure you pick those up first. The reason is for sure you'll go over them and they will get in this chain and they'll go through that sprocket and you will have problems. What will happen is it will loosen the chain and it may bend the sprocket. Once that sprocket's bent, then you're going to spend time taking that chain's going to come off when you don't want it to come off, and you're going to have problems. So be careful not to let any sticks get up in the sprockets in the chain. All right, I'm going to demonstrate this a little bit, just show you how it works and what you should be trying to accomplish when you're out aerating. Now you notice I had it back like this so I could get maximum depth. Also, before I did this, I watered the lawn. If your surface of the lawn you're working on is not really wet, I mean damp to the point where you can put a screwdriver down in it easily, you shouldn't bother to aerate. And what you're trying to get is through the root zone. And so what you can do is come over here when you've gone over, and you can measure. And if you got down to this knuckle, you're doing good. And you can see a plug. Here's the thatch, the grass, and you see this accordion? Like root material is thatch, and you have to get through that. And once you get through that, down into this root zone, that's what you want to accomplish. And you want to get about 5 plugs minimum per square foot if you're aerating twice a year. And that will remove 10% of the thatch, or 6 plugs per square foot twice a year will remove 10% of the thatch, and that's the goal. All right. This machine, obviously you can make money aerating like this, but another way you can make good money is using it to restore lawns. And the way you do that is you get some grass seed. Let me show you. Cut it.